Good early afternoon, 2:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, April 11th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I wanted to do a little bit of a update for the mining stocks, gold and silver, and just to take a look where we're at after a historic week. I've been trying to do a lot more content when it comes to the precious metal side of things, bullion, like the physical gold and silver, the mining stocks, which I believe is at a historic opportunity. And now today, once again, we've had a nice run up to end the week. If this plays out like this and gets to 4 o'clock here as the market closes to after hours, this would be the biggest close that I can think of in a long time. As far as gold goes, it's going berserk. It's at an all-time high, up almost 2% today, or another $62 a day. Yesterday it was up, I want to say like $80 or $90. The day before was up like 110. So it's been a historic week. And it looks like we're going to very cleanly close above 3,200. We continue to make new highs day after day. And long behold, silver today is starting to take notice. It's up 3.18% or better, almost $1 per ounce to $32.20 per ounce. If we break $34, we're going to be on a big rally. So we're going to look at this for about 10 to 15 minutes. My son's in his physical therapy, but I wanted to take my time and do our due diligence. We always talk about the mining stocks during our live at night, but during our 1 hour live daily, I'm going to start to do 15 minutes of that 1 hour. So one quarter, or not one quarter, about 1/8. No, that's still not right. Yeah, 1/4. That's true. 1/4 I would like to dedicate to the mining stocks, the precious metal side of things, because I believe the gold and silver mining stocks, especially gold ones right now, and now, yeah, obviously the last few days it's gone up, but it's the cheapest way to buy gold. So, and like for B2 Gold and like Barrick Gold and some of these other ones, they're priced at gold being $1,500 an ounce or $2,000 an ounce. Not even really 2,000 an ounce, let alone 3,200 plus per ounce. So they've got a long ways to go. I believe we're going to at least triple from here. Well, from where we started, but I still think we can 3, 4, 5x, even now, maybe even more, because of the cycle we're in. And the crazy thing is, it's the most silent bull market I've ever seen. Nobody's talking about gold. Nobody's talking about silver. Nobody could care less about mining stocks. Everybody's focus is on crypto and some other things. But this is like the silent bull market that never has been and never was, but is happening in real time. So with that being said, actually, did we already do the good mid-afternoon? I don't know if I did the intro. I think we talked. But let's just in case, good afternoon, 2:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, April 11th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. I believe that's the second time I said it, so at least that makes up for my short I did earlier when I said it was August. But it did get people talking. It's all about the talking. So let's start with gold, up $60 an ounce today, or 1.9%, up to $3,235 an ounce. It's been a historic week. Our next big move up would be to 4,115 if we broke out of this structure, and it does seem as if we're doing that finally. The technical target on our structure breakout was 4,115. So that's where I think we're working to. Now, in time, I think we're going to go much higher than that, but I like to play it by layer. So our next big layer is going to be that $4,100 mark. And it's going to be an incredible push there, and we're in the midst of it right now. So we'll see how long it takes, but it's been an absolutely spectacular thing to watch in real time. Silver, or actually, let's do the gold mining stocks on the way down. And the gold-silver ratio is at 100.4 to 1. It's insane. You need 100 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold right now, price-wise. It's a great time to buy silver. Barrick Gold's up 8.03%. I own 222 shares of Barrick Gold. Somewhere around the $15, $15.50 mark. I can't exactly remember exactly the price. Somewhere around $15.50. But I'm not too worried about the price. It's just that's where it's at. If this continues this push, which it already filled out this target that we had out here, and it was just this little flag that was created. Now it's pushed out to this target, and it should push through here. It's just a matter of if it'll consolidate a little bit after, but we have this resistance that we should be heading up towards that $23 mark. And then if we can break out of that, that's when it's going to be a really, really, really interesting scenario developing. And with Barrick Gold, we still have to pay attention to the fact that we started here, we've got resistance, but it's really like this, some kind of a channel's formed. So it's going to have some kind of meeting point here, and we'll see if this is kind of like a bearish breakdown or if this is the reversal here. So, and it seems to me with the way gold and silver is going that this is probably going to reverse to the upside in due process or due timing, and it's going to have a nice little surge here. I'm not mad. It's already gone up a good amount. But they're still so undervalued. B2 Gold's finally starting to push out here. Every time it hits $3.30, it seems to just drop out. It's up 6.2% on the day, up to $3.25. Barrick Gold's my single largest mining stock holding. I have 3,222 shares of B2 Gold, and the average price is right around $2.57. So looking pretty good in B2 Gold right now. It's still severely undervalued in my opinion. It's working on this descending, I don't know, I don't want to say necessarily descending triangle. It could be like a descending wedge as well. But as we work up here, our next big target's $3.30, and we've been rejected multiple times. And the moment we get past there and we can start holding that layer, we're going to be working towards that $4.80. I have no doubt in my mind B2 Gold is going to be at $10 plus before this is all said and done, and maybe even pushing 20 or more. So it's got a long ways to go to me. It's probably got the most upside potential. It pays out almost a 5% dividend. So it actually pays to sit here with it. And yeah, it's just one that I have high hopes on. Silver's up 3% on the day to $32.17, or better than 95 cents per ounce. And silver, the technical move up here, after a hold, would be to, again, come back up to that 34.18. We haven't been able to break out of it yet, but it did build a very nice looking cup, it almost looks like. Or actually, it's built the cup, and then it's like kind of formed a little handle. It wasn't huge, though. That's the problem. It was just a very small one. And it would actually look better if it was actually set up properly, but I think you'll get a better understanding now that we have real time. It's almost something like this. And it almost could be, I don't know if you want to call it an ascending triangle. Because if this, I don't know if I'd call it an ascending triangle, but once this breaks out, assuming it breaks out, it's going to be a very chaotic situation to the top side. Once you break 34.18, then you're going to start looking at 39.55. Then you're going to be starting looking at that $51 range, and then it just gets bonkers. Pan America Silver, I have 100 shares. And this was one of my newer ones. It's right around $19.75 to $20 range on average. Still better than a $6 plus per share move. But Pan America Silver doesn't pay as high of a dividend, and it's my least amount of holdings in everything I hold. But I still like it, so I wanted to have exposure. Nice inverse head and shoulders built out here, it looks like, after breaking out of this nice little consolidation on the head. Once this inverse head breaks out, we should be able to have no problem coming to this $30 and then retesting this $35 range. Once it breaks out of this range, it's been a very long-standing consolidation. Once we break out of it, it's going to be awesome. This goes all the way back to 2008, folks, where we got rejected. Then we got another one right here in 2011. Another one here we tried again in 2021. So nothing since that 2021 time. And the good news is we always come back up there if we're going to get rejected. So, you're talking about potential of, even if it gets rejected, up to $37. That's a pretty nice circumstance to be in right there. I almost want to say we're trying to come up like this. It's just every time, you could come back into the pattern and just be like, oh, well, this is kind of actually what it's doing. I wouldn't argue with it. A few overzealous runs underneath, but I could certainly see probably something like this being true. So then you say, well, where are we going to come up to, Tom? Well, we're going to come back up near that $37 range. So that's what I'm looking at. And then if we can break out of it, all bets are off, because I believe Pan America Silver is going to be a $100 company one day. So that's a 5x, about a 5x, almost 4x from here. Going on to First Majestic, and I'll get through these two and then I'll release this. I don't want it to be too long. This will only get probably 400 or 500 views if I'm lucky, but I still like to release it because I love the mining stocks. I love precious metals. I love gold and silver bullion, and I like just looking at the mining stocks and seeing this coming out of the ground, because I think this is a historic opportunity. We're still building off this pattern from so long ago where it looks like an inverse head and shoulders, but if the playout was there and then we created another consolidation off the breakout, and this often happens. You break out of a very volatile circumstance, or holdings or pattern formation, and then you start to find, and then because we have the evidence that that was actually another top, you actually play it through like that. I think it's better to do it like that. I'm going to delete this so this isn't in our way anymore. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And then we'll just have the updated holding here. I like that a lot. Something just like that. So this is what we're trying to break out of. And then if we can break out, then the next layer is going to be $9.21. Once you break past that, then you're going to restart to take this. This is a very bullish consolidation. Inverse left shoulder, inverse head, inverse right shoulder. Can't even describe for First Majestic how bullish of a scenario this is setting up. I'm telling you, I think we have a historic opportunity. And we've already made a lot of money in precious metals, and we're going to make a lot more in mining stocks. We made a lot in both. We're going to make a lot more going forward. So, and then last but not least, Fortuna Silver Mines. And for transparency purposes, I have 1,002 shares of First Majestic and 1,003 shares of Fortuna. Fortuna was $1.50 a share less than First Majestic when I bought it. And I don't remember the last time Fortuna was priced higher than First Majestic. First Majestic has a huge move building up. And Fortuna Silver Mines, we've been moving up for some time, but we just are officially breaking out today. If this happens and it's confirmed, we're going to be looking at this area, and that's about $10. So you're talking about a 40% move from here, roughly. So we're just looking to see if this area plays and holds. And we already bounced down once to confirm this. We came through on an overzealous pull down after going up and pushed right back up. This is a super bullish setup. Assuming the low's already in on this flag, assuming the low's already in, and we're just going for this basis of this short-term move, we still have to fill this out, and that should bring us up to about $7.30. So, and then we can decide what we're going to do. So we've still got a little bit of volatility. I think to start next week, we could have a nice upward push again, especially with the way silver is going. Silver is ending out on a tear right now. So make sure that like button, if you like this kind of content, make sure you turn the bell notification to all and subscribe to my channel and join the over 33,800 subscribers. And then share this on social media so we can expand the word. Have a blessed day, everybody. And if you made it till the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments.